walls of Fort Tarsus to explore the unknown and protect humanity. Let's join 2 players as they head out on an expedition.
Hey, Paul. You ready to go?
I'm just grabbing some supplies. Just about ready.
What are you going to use today?
I decided to go with the Colossus.
I'm going to use my Ranger. Try out some new upgrades.
You can equip your Javelin exosuit with gear that brings devastating power to combat.
Oh, there are a lot of scars down there. Oh, the scars have a heavy.
Time to use that mortar.
Give
me some covering fire. There's a bunch more coming in.
Okay, I'll get this round.
Thanks.
Oh, come on. Be something good. Oh, yes! Jer's Wrath.
Oh, nice.
Face, and instead we'll just show you this new outfit that we got, complete with this red bandana and white hat, so we look kind of badass. Alright, so now the next stop is the saloon. All of the towns have saloons, which are the hubs for social activity in Wild West Online. You can buy drinks, talk to NPCs to get quests, gamble against the house, brawl against other players, and take part in other recreational activities. So we're going to look around in this saloon a little, and we're going to head out back here, check out where there's the card games, so you can play in this saloon, poker or roulette. There'll be different games in different saloons. Now, almost all open... Oh, there's a third guy. All right, so Mike, we're going to go left. We're going to go around here. We're going to flank him. So you take the left flank. I'm going to take the right flank.
Sounds good.
You come around, and we're going to crossfire them. So the first thing I'm going to do is sneak up on this guy right here. And I'm going to shoot him through his tent, and he is going to be a sad camper. When the time is right, we are going to say... Bye-bye. Now I'm going to sneak around here. And
got him!
Oh, Mike took down Davenport. Oh, crap!
Shit.
Our guy Sapient just shot Mike, so now it's just me. Bastard. Son of a bitch. There you are. Alright, got him. Alright, so I got the bounty. I lost Mike, but I got Sapient, and I got our bounty.
It's being run and commented by Live, Motor Nation's #1 sponsor and event organizer. So this is where your story begins. Your goal? To become the greatest champion of all motorsports. Perspectives the Crew 2 has to offer using only one button. From the top of buildings to the bustling city streets below or the busy waterways, the whole of the USA is ready for you to explore. Now you might have noticed I keep scoring points here. That's what we call dynamic freestyle. Every stunt and feat achieved anywhere in the open world will contribute to your overall progression in the game. Doing aerobatics tricks, car and bike stunts, or just speeding up on your boat, literally anything you can show off will get you closer to becoming a renowned champion of Motor Nation. Now it's time
Got the one I want. Fishing. So yeah, so like this is a good example. Here's an outpost, and if you played Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 4, you know this, and in Primal you know this very well, the sort of the situation that you're in. But we've kind of made it so it's very much alive. And then what's really nice about this is that you're going to be able to go in and have the playstyle you want. So there's opportunities. Whenever we build an outpost or we build elements of the game, we really think about freedom, opportunity, and surprise. Right? The freedom to be able to attack this outpost the way you want. All kinds of opportunities, different guns, different weapons, different ways of aggressing the situation. And then the surprise that it may not always go the way you think, and we'll just see as it happens.
That is literally every time I try and play something stealthy or strategically, it goes to hell immediately. Immediately.
Yeah, but you're doing pretty well here so far. Taking about one nice shot.
Oh, is this a silenced weapon?
Yes, so they don't know.
Yes. Little do they know that they are under attack.
Correct.
You know what? I remember what I was going to ask you is, does our protagonist have like a name identity? Is it a kind of a nameless protagonist?
Well,
how have you guys
what we've been
approached
trying to do
storytelling?
is moving towards something that's really lean, right? What I don't like is when I'm playing a game and the game doesn't communicate what my emotions are or my feelings are. So in this case, we got. I'm just watching.
Brutal.
Just watching it happen. What we've got is a player character that's super lean. So you have an occupation, but from the standpoint of who you are, it's who you pick.
Right. Absolutely. All right, so
now they know.
Now things are escalating.
Now it's on.
Escalating quickly.
Yep.
Tension's rising. I don't know if in this footage we're going to see our protagonist.
Just to give you a feeling of scale, that ship is about 20 meters long, and the other one, the mothership, is about 400 meters long. I'm going to go close to it so that you can see the size. So when we have large spaceships like that, the good thing, the interesting thing is that they are a real level of gameplay. You can go inside. We have interiors for those big ingredients. Something interesting about the scale and the feeling of scale. So I'm going to land on the top of the statue and you will realize how big it is. So here we have a wonderful vista.
You can see here, this is a completely different experience from what we showed in the first demo. In the first one, Deacon gets clotheslined, and it sounded very painful, by the way.
Like, speaking of painful, okay, so the combat in this game is fairly brutal. John, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, we just wanted to make it as as realistic as possible. So yeah, we're not holding back on that at all. And Sam's done most of his own stunt work for this. And I can tell you that when we're on the performance stage and we're capturing that stuff, we just try to keep it real, right?
Right. Well, right. There was sort of a decision made at some point. What I've been on the project for 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, I think 3 years.
And so early on, I think there was a more. What were we? It was more Kurt Russell and sort of a two-fisted thing, and then it turned into, hey, let's take this quite seriously. And what that required is a lot more. Taking this combat stuff and showing the horror of the violence that happens.
Last truck, get in.
Want some of this? How about you?
How will you decide who belongs?
Thanks. I owe you.
How will you choose a place to call home? How will you build it? Work together to defend it. From the
recording on location here. Super excited to be seeing Shadow of the Colossus. You can see already that this game just looks absolutely stunning. Such an upgrade from the PS2 version and the more recent PS3 version. Marco, I'd like to start by talking to you just about the project and kind of how far the company has come. What's it like now working on this massive overhaul, this new version rebuilt from the ground up for PS4?
It's a great opportunity. We're finally, over the different projects we've done over the years, finally grown to the point where we can finally take a project of this kind of scope on and actually do it justice. So it's really great.
Cool. And I should mention that we have our pal Russell here sitting on the floor next to us. He can't be seen on the camera, but sorry, Randall. Yeah, Randall is here. He's playing the game for us. He's piloting.
Whatever you call me is fine, just don't call me Shirley.
Don't call you Shirley. Look, I've had one day to get everybody's names straight. I'm working on it. Randall is here and he's driving. He is the producer on the project.
It's done to the player package too, to get rid of pops and harsh transitions between animation and motions.
Yeah. How tempting was it to go in and further simplify the controls or add more modern niceties like being able to move around while aiming the bow and things like that?
So, any of the changes you pretty much just listed would be changes that would dramatically affect the way the game played. Our intent was never to change the way the game played. We didn't want to affect the difficulty of the game. Ideas such as removing a grip meter or allowing you to aim move while aiming the bow, to us would have been, like, those were actually items specifically we discussed, but there were items that we discounted because they would just change the way you play the game too much. And we didn't want to affect original players of the game.
Please, this is crazy! This isn't you! You don't know me!
From a visual point of view, what's really cool about him is that he's got this really cool negative effect where he becomes negative.
And then that is connected to his powers. He's able to bring out someone's dark side. And then he can also, in our game, he can do these blasts of his negative energy.
You're gonna see, swords or guns or even whips imbued with this negative power. And when it comes to Mr. Negative himself, those powers just amplified even more.
Everything you care about will be destroyed. The people will beg you for help, but you won't be able to save them.
Stop!
One of the first days when we were making the game, we were all sitting around talking about how we grew up with Spider-Man, and we all realized that when we were 9 years old, we all had Spider-Man underoos. Like, Spider-Man was our guy, and we never lost that love for him. Now it's fans making the game for other Spider-Man fans, and we believe in that power and responsibility. Our game is really going to put you in the shoes of Peter. We want to deliver on the fantasy of Spider-Man, and to do that, we have to take advantage of all his rich backstory, his supporting cast, his friends, his foes.
We're going to see characters we know and love in different ways. So this is like a whole new world for Spider-Man, and it's really cool.
Chased us over the mountains.
We'll need an extra gun.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
Where's our money?
Searching for more targets on the horizon, our sloop of war spots a rival pirate ship further inland. With its heavily reinforced hull, our frigate swoops in to save the day, bearing the brunt of the damage.
Another day, another victim!
Speed, Mr. Mercy! Vamos con todo!
Our gang of pirates is now taking aim at the frigate, and it will take team coordination to take her down.
Fuego! Hold tight now! That ship's badly damaged!
They are killing! We can take their ship!
With the enemy ship's broadside now vulnerable, our frigate rushes in to board her.
No water! Taste of blackened silver!
Fancy snorting some fish, miss!
Here we go, the main flying pass. So, very Blade Runner-esque. We got going. So there's a sense of wildlife. Some could be hostile, some could be passive. But we essentially want to make these planets living places that feel visceral, that have their own identity. When you go to ArcCorp or you go to Hurston, they feel totally different. They match with the sort of story and the history and the lore, and they feel tactile. They feel like a place that you could visit, a place that you could go and tell stories of, and take pictures of, or share with your friends. So someone's conveniently left us a Nox. So you can use that to get a bit closer into the city.
Systems activating. Systems on.
So you sort of can see the city stuff that seemed quite small as we flew over it. We're down on the ground and it's pretty huge. Oh, all right, let's see if... Oh! Glenn, you're just showing off now.
The ginger guy. I told you.
Right, so now what? I could go back and report to the captain that I found the bandits.
Ah, don't be such a wimp. Get in there and chop that bastard to pieces. I want to see some bloodshed.
All right, I'm going.
You know I can't leave you here.
Yeah, get him. Chop his ears off.
I'll slaughter you.
I can strike from 6 different directions, but timing is the most important thing.
Nice.
Rushing in can get me killed. With timed blocks, I can outsmart the opponent and wear him down.
What are you waiting for? Finish him off.
Don't worry, I got him.
Put him out of his misery. That's more like it. About time. I didn't think you had it in you.
So what about your wounded mate?
Skewer him too. He's half dead anyway.
Nah, I might still get something out of him.
I doubt it.
I'm fucking dying here. Nobody can match me with iron in their hands, and some damn peasant kills me. Dagger covered in horse shit.
See? I told you.
Or I could go and report to the captain what I found out.
To hell with that, it's a waste of time.
It's the roaming remains of those raiders who came before you, caught short in pursuit of their own legends. An afterlife of fighting and troublemaking until all your bits fall off. It's what they would have wanted. Now, make sure your crewmates all have a part to play. Yep, that works. And look, he brought the riddle map. Seek the cursed boar shrine where there is no sky. It lies in wait for a light held high. Right, well that's got to be around here somewhere. But light work. Little lantern joke there. You're welcome. Anyway, step 11 paces northwest through the gloom. Dig my chest from its tomb. And with that, we're one step closer to payday. Then again, some of the loot in these parts has lain undisturbed for a long, long time. That has to be the spot. You can practically taste the treasure. Good call on the double-duty shovel work too. That storm outside was nipping at your heels. Ah, very nice. Of course, the trouble with treasure, as a rule, is that the owners really like to hang on to it. If you've got your hands full, it's up to your crew to watch your back. And while they're doing that, it's time for another strategic withdrawal with the loot. Nope, not that way. That's it. Easy now. Don't stop, keep going. Almost there. Watch that next step, it's a doozy. Now that's a rescue.